today. Day 224, I think, of life, according to YoBo. Thanks for coming back for another day. You can watch my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and you can always visit me at YoBoProductions.com. If you're looking for Christmas presents, for family, friends, for the person that has everything. This is it right here, honey. Straight up lessons learned the hard way. Right in here. Applied it to my life. As Karen Clark says, I'm now living the best life. Well, as promised, I'm going to tell you about my grandmother and the events leading to her death at the age of 29. There's a reason why I did not put it in writing, because sometimes I come across as kind of harsh, but I just call a spade a spade. In some cases, I live in reality. I don't live in denial. Those who know me would tell you, I am a firm believer that good choices result in good consequences. Bad choices result in bad consequences. Stupid choices result in stupid consequences. I don't blame the devil. I don't listen to people who talk about what the devil did. I dismiss all of it, only because every bad thing that ever happened in my life, I can connect the dots all the way back to something bad I did, something stupid I did, or something that I neglected to do when it should have been done. Well, with that being said, let's talk about Mrs. Mattie Bertha Canton Bowie. Let me tell you a little bit about her first. She was the child of Lula Earls Canton and Richard Darkis Canton. Her parents were part of the first generation of free blacks born in the United States. My grandmother, her two sets of grandparents had been slaves. They were the descendants of the enslaved Africans, those kidnapped from West Africa, brought to America, endured 400 years of forced labor. Was it 400 years? Yeah, 200, 400, 200. Endured centuries of forced labor. Thank God that no matter what kind of hardships and brutality they had to endure, they still found the strength to come together so that I might be here today. Well, Grandma Lula's, I call her Grandma Lula, Grandpa Dick, the children of slaves, former slaves, worked hard, acquired property. I'm going somewhere with this, okay? I'm not giving you a history lesson, so stay with me. Worked hard, acquired property, had 5 children. The children of former slaves sent their daughter, Mattie Canton, to college. She's a graduate. She was a graduate of Bishop College in Marshall, Texas. Born in 1902, so you figure in the early 1920s, sometime around then. She's got a good life. If you were an African American and you were a teacher doing anything in education, honey, you were big time. You were a big shot. This woman was African American, and she was a female, and she was a teacher. So she was set to live the good life. Her family had money. Her family had prestige. Her family had respect. And she was engaged to a man from another good family. His name was J. Hugh McMichael. She was supposed to marry him, but a little slick talker came through town by the name of William McKinley Bowie. He also was a teacher, and he was friends with someone else who was a teacher, and he could sing. Y'all know when a brother come around and he could sing and he could lie, woo-wee. He sang enough and he lied enough for her to forget J. Hugh McMichael. Sold her a dream. She eloped with him on December 27th, 1920. I got that date from cousin Mark Singleton, by the way. Those of you who know Mark Singleton, you'll understand what I'm saying. Married him, and instead of staying in Geneva, Texas with her family, she moved with his family to Roganville, Texas, near Jasper, Texas. My Aunt Helen as we say, was the first child. Then there was William McKinley Jr., we call him WM. And then there was Charles Maxon Bowie, we call him Mac. And then my mother, Jewel Marjorie Bowie. Okay, 4 children, a husband, living in Jasper, Texas. Well, y'all know the men then, not too much different than a bunch of men now. Out doing a little tomcatting. And my grandfather was one to tomcat. When you're in a relationship with a person, keep in mind you're in a relationship with them. If my husband decided to go off and do some tomcatting, he and I stood together. We exchanged vows with one another. If he's going out there and getting him somebody else, I was never in relationship with that person. I was in relationship with my husband. So what did my grandmother do? She beat up the woman, the other woman. Alice was her name. She done jumped on the woman, beat up the woman about 4 or 5 times. Every time she saw the woman, she stopped what she was doing, jump on the woman and beat her up. Well, December 3rd, 1931, my mother remembers they were in the garden when Alice went by, and her mother stopped what she was doing, stomped away like Sophie. Remember, I'm telling you, this is an educated woman. This is a woman from a good family, good background. You got the whole world in your hands. She see the hoe go by, stop what she was doing, chased the hoe down to beat her up again. But this time, Alice had something for her. Alice got beat up about 3, 4 times, 3, 4, 5 times from what they tell me. Alice had a butcher knife. Took that butcher knife, stabbed my grandmother. Y'all saw the death certificate? It's right on my Facebook page. Go look at it. Killed her instantly. Dropped her dead right down there by the creek. My grandmother left 4 children without a mother because she's out doing something, in my opinion, was downright stupid. That's why I say I didn't put this in writing, because I want you to hear me say it and just understand. When I appear to be harsh with others, I'm the same way with my own family. Had she been home taking care of her household, taking care of her children, she would have still been alive. But instead, she's out fighting her husband's side hoe. That's another story right there. Let me tell y'all the story. When the woman called my mama, yeah, just want to let you know, your man on his way home. Mama said, oh, no, sweetheart, no, boo. He your man. He my husband. She said, but you did say one thing right. He on his way home. And when he get through with you the next time, he coming home too. I just want to make sure you know your place. Bye-bye, clunk. Oh, that was the last time that hoe called my mother. Mama wasn't out fighting and acting a fool behind a man, because she knew what could happen. She saw her mother laying there dead at the creek. Did my mother witness the whole thing? I believe she did. I believe she did. So now, children, somebody ran and got the auntie. Some of the aunts, the kids were at school. When the older 3 children come home, there she is. Mama says she laid there until about dusk because they needed the coroner to come. It was self-defense. There's a lot more to this story. Come back tomorrow, okay? Because I'm going to tell you what happened from there. Their Grandma Lula is dead. I mean, Grandma Mattie B is dead. I tell you, it only get worse from there. But see, this what happens. When you out acting a fool, don't be acting a fool behind no man. Shoot, if you gonna fight anybody, you better fight him. All right, y'all. Come back tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about Mattie, Canton, Bowie. Her death and what happened to her children afterwards. All right. All from as a result of her acting a doggone fool. All right. See y'all. Come back tomorrow for more of life according to YoBo. Bye-bye.